Hi guys, and welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Drayton Park Golf Club. What I'm going to film today is a video talking about the connection of the arms and the body in the putting stroke. So it's something I've seen with quite a few of my pupils recently. So something I really wanted to touch base on was how we can try and keep our elbows a little bit tighter into our rib cage and really gain some connection of what our arms are doing, hands are doing to what our body's doing. Really what the idea behind this is to try and keep a central axis being your spine and rotating around that like the door opening and closing. What we don't want to start to see is too much separation. Before we get cracking, all the info you need for the social media info you need for the TruGolf Academy is coming along the bottom of the screen right now on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So if you don't already, please do check us out on there. I'd love to hear your feedback to the videos, what you'd like to see some content on as well. So as I said, we're going to talk really about the connection of the arms to the body. Now the key point with putting is to hit the ball out the center of the putter and get the club face aiming at your intended start line. So I'm going to be putting here to hole number 9 just behind me. So it's around a 12-foot, slightly uphill putt, and it's breaking a couple of inches from left to right. So I want the club face to be aiming at my intended start line, which is just outside the left-hand side of the hole. If I manage to do that, and I hit the ball out the centre, getting the right pace of putt, then I've got a really good chance of holding it. So of course, we could make all sorts of funny actions, and you'll see a lot of different grips to try and hold the putter as well. The key point is squaring that club face to your intended start line. Now the issue I find when someone's getting a lot of disconnection here is they're having to manipulate the club face open and closing really with the hands and the arms, and we really want that to open and close quite naturally. There's very few good putters who putt square to square. The putter really is opening and closing, especially now that you see most players go away from sort of broom handle and belly putters because they're not allowed to anchor them to the body. We don't really tend to see this. We always see some amount of arc and rotation in a putting stroke. So what we're going to go on to, I'm going to show you a couple of strokes. I'm going to show you one with these arms disconnecting away from the body. I'm going to show you one way of getting into your setup and trying to work on gaining that connection and go ahead and hit the putt. And I'm just going to show you a practice drill as well using a tour stick that I've got here on the ground that's really going to help you feel that connection, something you could easily do just at home on the carpet and then take it to the putting green before taking it to the golf course. So I've lined this one up just outside the left with the other ones just for the sake of the video. I'm probably going to do a little bit quicker and not worry too much about the line. What I'm interested in you guys seeing is these elbows staying a lot tighter into the rib cage rather than disconnecting here. So let me show you the fault that I often see first of all. So into the setup position, quite often a flaring of the elbows to start with, but definitely in the putting stroke, the arms moving a long way away from the body. Quite often as well, the club face or the club head really passing the hands and finishing very high. And that's when we start to see this lead shoulder working very high, this lead elbow working very high as well. So a real disconnection. So let me just show you what that will sort of look like. I went ahead and hold it, so I did manage to square that club face, but got a lot of disconnection here on the way back. Now I actually made an okay looking backswing, but of course it could be a very disconnected backswing as well as a through swing, and we're finding it harder to square that club face. What I'm really looking for you to do, and a simple way of achieving this in your setup, is to bring your elbows, I'd open your palms up towards the sky. I'd bring your elbows in towards your rib cage and tilt over in your golf posture. Let your hands fall together on the grip where they will be. Now this may mean that your lead hand is a little bit more underneath the golf club, as is your right hand, so they're turned slightly away from each other. But if that helps you keep those elbows tighter into your rib cage and really gain some connection if you're struggling with your start line, controlling that inconsistency, then this is really going to help bringing those elbows in. So Palms up to the sky, elbows into your rib cage and tilting over. Let them fall together on the club. I don't want any flaring of the elbows here. Let's see if I can repeat that and hold another one for you. So you'll see this from both angles. Palms turned away from each other, elbows in towards my hips. You'll see it from this camera angle as well, into the hips, hanging down. And I'm really trying to keep this connection. And you can see, oh, it's a pretty good putt if I'd hit it, but you can see from this camera angle how tight this left elbow, this lead elbow is towards my rib cage. No real disconnection on the way through. Just left it a little short, but controlled the start line really well. Let's move that just out of the way because I want to hit one more, just going through an exercise that you can do quite simply just using a tour stick or a cane. So what you're going to do is it's going to go across your chest, under your arms, just above your elbows. And the idea is to try and keep it rather than letting it drop on the way back or on the way through. So you'll see what this looks like. Let me just roughly line this up again. It's just outside the left lip. Palms turned away from each other, elbows really tight into my rib cage. And again, that felt really solid. Hold another one. And I've got this connection here on the way through rather than letting that cane drop. I know that exercise is really going to help you if you're struggling with club face control on the start line. Give the exercises a go. Do let us know how you get on. I'd love to get your feedback. If you do enjoy the content on the videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for all the other content Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.